Welcome back to another episode of Dumb Crimes and Criminals. I am your host, Rick. Yes. Before I get into this episode, if I sound a little funny, just know I had some dental work done earlier this morning. Half my face is still swollen. So pardon the slur or if I don't sound, like I've sounded in previous episodes. Me being the dummy that I am, I schedule a dentist appointment in the morning on a work day as opposed to scheduling it toward the afternoon where I could just, go to work, have my dental appointment, even if I got to leave work a little early, leave work, go have my dental appointment, and then relax. But, of course, I scheduled an appointment at 9 o'clock. So I go into work late after coming from the dentist. Whole face swollen. I'm talking, only one side of my mouth is moving. You know what I'm saying? So it's coming down now, but I still feel a little, you know what I'm saying? Like I still feel a little pain every now and again. And dental pain is like probably the worst pain behind giving birth. You know what I'm saying? Because they said giving birth is feels like breaking every bone in your body at the same time type situation. So you already know that's crazy. Today's story is gonna be quick. So I had to throw another story in there. You know what I mean? Just to stretch it out a little bit. Both of these stories is containing objects that won't fit for the situation that these people were in. You understand what I'm saying? So it's two objects that had no business being a part of these two crimes in the way that they were a part of. So I just wanted to throw that out there in case I sound a little funny. You know what I'm saying? Bear with me, Oh, man, but let's get into this first crime. Ridiculous. And I'm going to come up with a sound for these people, man. I need to come up with a nice little soundboard for these crimes and these people, man. But let's get into the first crime. Matthew McNally and Joey Miller. I must say, you two are fools. You two are fools. Now, again, I'm not here to mock you. I don't know your situation. I must throw that out there every episode. I'm just here to tell my listeners about what you guys did, which is public information. So don't be mad at me. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so we got Matthew McNally. At the time of this crime, he was 23. Joey Miller, he was 20. So in my book, y'all grown-ass men that should have knew better. Y'all should have knew better. Now, both these dudes was arrested in Carroll, Iowa. Never been to Iowa, never heard of Carroll, Iowa, but they was out there. Now, let me tell y'all what they got arrested for. These dudes were caught by witnesses. They called the police on these dudes, and they was caught breaking into an apartment. All right? So I guess they wasn't that discreet because someone witnessed them trying to break into an apartment. So clearly they wasn't that fucking discreet. You understand what I'm saying? So they was caught trying to break into the apartment. Here's the kicker. They didn't have masks on, right? They had no masks on. But whoever concocted this plan here didn't think this through. And I blame the both of them. Because if you my friend and you come to me with a harebrained scheme like this, I might kick you out my house. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let me tell you what they did. They didn't say, yo, let's go get a Halloween mask. They didn't say, let's go get a Freddy Krueger mask, a Scream mask, a Jason mask, a Mike Myers mask, a Spider-Man mask, a Batman mask. No. And these are two Caucasian men. What they said was, let's go get permanent magic markers and paint masks on our face. Let's get permanent magic markers and paint masks on our face. I'm going to let that breathe for a minute. permanent magic markers and paint masks on our face. My mans, what is going through y'all brain? My listeners, please, please, can you imagine somebody coming to you and saying, yo, man, let's go in and try and break into these apartments. But we don't need a mask. Let's just draw masks on each other's face with permanent magic marker. These guys look crazy. The mugshot, one dude actually looked like he tried to draw the Batman. One dude tried to draw the fucking Batman sign across his face, his eyes. And the other dude tried to draw a whole fake beard, like facial hair. And permanent magic markers. If they would have broke into my house, I would have looked and said, Matt, fuck you doing climbing through my window? What are you doing climbing through my window? You're not discreet, my man. What, yo, for real, I'm not making this stuff up. This is all public information. They drew masks on their face and tried to break into someone's house. When they was, I want to know, did you draw the mask on yourselves or did you do each other? At some point in time, it didn't cross your mind to say, again, I don't condone crime, but no point in time did you say, let's go to Walmart or Amazon and try and order a mask to cover our face. While you were sitting there drawing a fucking fake beard, why didn't that click into your mind that this might not be the smartest thing to do? Ridiculous. This is ridiculous, yo. This might be, I don't know. I ain't going to say it's the most craziest story I've told so far because I got a lot lined up. But it's up there, man, because this is just pure ridiculous. But let's get into this second story, right? Let's get into the second story. Another object used in a crime that shouldn't have been used in a crime. I'm going to let y'all be the judge on which crime is more ridiculous. This crime happened in Oregon. There was a man at the time of crime named Derek Mosley. He was 22 years old from Oregon. Okay. Derek Mosley, down on his luck, needed some bread. So he said, you know what? I'm going to go into a discount gun store. All right? This man is 22 years old. He says, I'm going to go into a discount gun store. I'm going to say that again. I'm going to go into a discount gun store. So, Derek Mosley walks into a gun store, armed with a baseball bat. Yeah. He walked into a gun store armed with a baseball bat, tries to smash the windows out and take a gun. The owner, or the guy behind the register, proceeds to pull out his gun and order Derek Mosley on the ground. I will say this again. The guy behind the register, I'm not sure if he was the owner, he pulls out his gun and ordered Derek Mosley on the ground. Let's rewind. Derek Mosley, 22, walks into a gun store with a baseball bat, smashes the glass and attempts to take guns. Guy behind the register pulls out the gun. Get your ass on the floor. Why didn't you think that someone that worked at that gun store wouldn't be armed? If I'm going to run up in a gun store, I'm going to be under the assumption that there's a gun somewhere in this store because, again, it's a good chance somebody might try and run up in this gun store, right? Wouldn't that be what you think of when you think of gun stores? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I the only one? Am I the only one that would think that there's a gun somewhere in this store that someone can get access to? It's a gun store. I'm not gonna be in here just selling guns all willy nilly, and I'm not gonna have a firearm that I either on my person or one that I can grab, just in case someone tries to come in the gun store and take all my guns. If like what, my man, you are going into a gun store with a baseball bat. That man could have gave you a leg shot just for the simple fact. That man could have gave you a leg shot, man, just for coming up in there in a gun store with a baseball bat. That's ridiculous to me. And that's, again, why I created this podcast. Just to bring awareness of some of the things that's going on out here in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? First story, you got two guys try to do a robbery, breaking into somebody's house with permanent magic marker masks. They said, we ain't gonna go spend no money on no masks. Y'all could have went to Five Below and got a fucking face mask or something, man. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all could have cut holes in a t-shirt and tied it around your head too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't want to do that. Y'all wanted to play makeup and draw masks and fake beards on your face. That's craziness. And then the second dude said, yo, you know what? I need me a new 9mm. So I'm going to go in here with this baseball bat and I'm going to break the fucking window. I'm going to try and break the glass windows and steal guns out this gun store. Nah, man, don't worry about the dude behind the counter. He might not got 100 guns back there. Don't worry about him. Yo, man, again, I don't condone crime, man. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all going to put these out here, I'm going to keep on coming on this platform and talking about it, man. So I just told y'all two stories involving two items that shouldn't have been a part of these situations. You know, I don't condone robbing. I don't think you should go out and rob and steal from people who be, you know, out working hard for whatever possessions that they have. But man, magic markers as face masks and robbing gun stores with bats is ridiculous to me. Ridiculous to me. Again, I appreciate everybody for listening. Follow me on Instagram at Rick_BHR. If you got a story you want to send to me, please feel free, man. You know, I want to make this an interactive podcast. So again, hit me up, man. Hit me on my Instagram, Rick_BHR. Hit my email, thedccpodcast. Damn, you see how I sound with this? thedccpodcast at gmail.com. Pardon me. I'll say that again. thedccpodcast at gmail.com. If you want to shoot me a story, I'll talk about it on the platform. You know what I mean? Shout you out, whatever the case. But yeah, like I said, I want to be interactive, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can leave comments, tell me what you like about the podcast, what you don't like about the podcast. I'm open to all that. You know, I'm not one of those people who can't take criticism. You know what I'm saying? To me, criticism will only make me better in my craft and better at what I do. You understand what I'm saying? Well, another thing I do want to shout out while I'm on this platform, you can check my other podcast, the Retro Rick podcast. That's available as well on all platforms. So just in case you listen to this podcast and you didn't know I had another podcast, check me out. You know what I'm saying? As usual, tell anybody about the podcast. Grab people's phone, man. Do me that favor. Grab all your family members, your spouses, your cousins, your brothers, your sisters. Grab all their phones, man. Put the podcast in the phone, man. You know what I mean? Tell them we over here having a ball, man. We laughing and we are being informed about some of the crazy things that we might not have ever heard of if I didn't bring it and talk about it on this podcast, man. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, cost you nothing. It's free to subscribe. It's free to listen. So feel free to share the podcast, man. I'll definitely appreciate it. Again, man, this is crazy, man. I can't, reading these stories, I was like, wow. I can't believe they even attempted to do this. But again, man, what can I do, man? So once again, I appreciate everybody for listening. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. I might hit y'all with another one tomorrow. I got I might hit y'all with another one tomorrow, man. I gotta see, my face still feels crazy, but I like doing these episodes, man. I think they funny, man. I like looking up certain things and bringing them to the platform, man. So again, y'all stay locked in with me. I appreciate the support. Appreciate y'all for listening, and we'll be back. I'm gone.